I still use Windows 10. And honestly, it's better than I ever thought. Since there's a legacy update, and the legacy update can run on Windows 10. Here, let me show you. I got all this software. If I scroll down to the it's a little slow right now because I don't have the 16 gigs of RAM in here because I need to get it. So once I upgrade this to 16 gigs, you'll see that this thing will become a lot more snappy in the videos. But if you go down here, look, legacy update. And I get all sorts of updates. And on top of that, I have Microsoft Defender from the Microsoft Store. And also on top of that, I have Avast antivirus. So I'm protected, and since I have Xfinity Internet, Xfinity is blocking malicious data from reaching the computer. But since stuff can probably sneak through Xfinity's firewall, I'm protected with Avast secure antivirus, Avast free antivirus, and the ASP browser. Windows 10 is too good, although something weird is happening with my taskbar. I don't know what's going on with my taskbar. Something weird is happening. I think I just need to unload and reload Explorer. See, this thing is being slow. It's not the hard drive. In fact, the hard drive in this thing is actually really fast. But it's only really fast if you have a lot of RAM in this computer. Because the hard drive is being bottlenecked by the SATA bus, because that's being bottlenecked by the CPU, that's being bottlenecked by the fact that there's only 4 gigs of RAM in here. And I hate to tell you this, but this thing's a 1.8 gigahertz, but it is quad core. It's an AMD A47210 with VGESA. It's got a Radeon R3. But all of this can be supercharged if we just upgrade the RAM at its maximum speed. We're going to put some DDR3 in here. 5200 megahertz, I think. I think this thing takes 5200 megahertz. And, oh yeah, I can run all the modern software on this computer because I got the compatibility drivers I need. I have the compatibility stuff. And, believe it or not, I even have Samsung SmartThings, Galaxy Buzz, and Samsung Account app. And I got all the old Adobe CS6. I like Flash. I don't care if I'm 5 years too late to Flash's ending. I actually like Flash, because Flash is actually pretty good software. Even though this version happens to be 13 years old. I don't know what else to say. Windows 10 isn't dead yet. And even Amazon Music works. And this too. So does iTunes. And yeah. But the mail and calendar doesn't work anymore, which is sad. But luckily I just got Outlook, so it's fine. And then I also got NASM installed, so who knows, maybe we'll do a little bit of programming on this channel with NASM, I don't know. OpenShot kind of sucks, because it takes forever to render. But when I use Premiere Pro CS6, it doesn't even take that long to render a short video. In fact, it actually goes really fast. Because apparently this thing's hardware is able to cut it to render 1080p video at MP4, 60 or 30 FPS, yeah, 30 FPS, but we will be getting some 60 FPS content. I think this may be 60 FPS, yeah, it is 60 FPS. Look, the CPU is not even being overloaded right now, and it's writing out a 1080p 60 FPS video in MKV format. MKV is kind of lightweight, but MKV is one of the cool video formats with like metadata and stuff. And you can actually edit it. But I believe Adobe Bridge CS6 is able to read MKV files and display their metadata. We'll experiment with that on this channel. Oh, and if the microphone is being blown up right now, I am sorry. It just does that sometimes here. I'm just gonna limit it. I'm really sorry if things. Yeah, that's better, probably. I don't know. But hopefully this thing isn't totally screwed up. Discovered that you can run up to 3 webcams in the Windows Camera app. You can switch between 3 cameras, and I've tested this. I've plugged in my LiveCam, Microsoft LiveCam HD3000, my Logitech I think it was a C270 HD webcam, and this Lenovo computer from 2015 here actually has a built-in 720p webcam, and I was able to switch between all 3 of them at the same time. I can't view them all at the same time, but I can switch between them seamlessly. So that's actually really cool. I did not know that was a thing. If the microphone sounds really loud, I'm sorry. I don't. It's because OBS does this thing where it defaults the whole dB setting to be like at like 0.0 dB setting, but then I just lower it to like negative, like I don't know, like a negative 11, so it doesn't completely blow it up. I don't know why it doesn't make that default, but anyway, yeah. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button. If you didn't like this video, well, you can hit the dislike button. But if you did like this video, yeah, I'm repeating myself again, but just hit that subscribe button if you like this video. Please subscribe to me. I only got 2 subs, man. Help me out. And plus, I think Microsoft, I'm on board with everybody that thinks Microsoft killing Windows 10 is a bad move. I'm on board with that. I like Microsoft, but I don't like Microsoft right now. I kind of upset with Microsoft because their AI stuff is cool, but it's also like making stuff bad. And Windows 10 isn't filled of AI crap, even though it's up. Even though this version is specifically the 23H2 version. So I'm like, well, if Windows 10 is still not getting enough AI crap, then why is Windows 11 not being made to its fullest potential? Microsoft could definitely add some better stuff to it and cut down on the AI. And plus, everybody should cut down on the AI a little bit. I mean, like, we don't need all this extraneous AI stuff. Oh, and plus, my mom is like, bro, why did Microsoft remove the click button in the Explorer? And I'm like, I don't know. Microsoft is just kind of a little, they're in their own world right now. And I'm sure Bill Gates might be able to fix this, but maybe Bill Gates is the problem right now. Maybe he is. I don't know. Or it's just their product development team just going absolutely ballistic and saying, yeah, that's good. Keep that. Keep all this ballistic crap that customers definitely need, but we don't need it. And some of us are smart enough, I'm sure a lot of us are smart enough to know that we can still get these old old versions of Microsoft Windows working securely, reliably, and usably. I don't think that's a word. Useful on these old computers that still have tons of potential. If you're part of that, maybe comment down in the comment section, bro. We need to pressure Microsoft. PSA Microsoft, bring back Windows 10. Or else you will be doomed. Bring back Windows 10. You will be doomed. Anyway, enough rant about that. Sorry if the Microsoft. Sorry, Microsoft. I meant microphone. Sorry if the microphone here is blown up. Microsoft, bring back Windows 10 or you're doomed. And most of your customers, except me, are gonna leave Windows and switch to Linux. Most of them are already switching to Linux, so you better fix this. Otherwise, you're gonna die hard. Bad habits die hard in corporations. Follow this does not compute if you want to hear that again. For me. Or him, I guess. Follow this does not compute. He has really good videos. His name is Colin. He makes good stuff about Mac. I don't really like Apple that much. The only piece of Apple that I really like is their retro stuff. Their Macintosh computers. Their 128K, the 512K, but I don't personally own any of those machines. But, you know, I do like those little stuff. You may see some photography videos too. Who knows? There's going to be all sorts of stuff. We're going to be changing up the channel as the new year comes on. Anyway, hope you like this video. And, goodbye, viewers. And, we're going to be coming in 2026. 2026, we're going to be coming in hot. We're going to be pressuring these companies. We're going to debunk these companies. We're going to stop these companies from pushing all of this AI stuff. Go all the customers forgo all the company suggestions. Make it your own. Just let these companies, let us have freedom in the products we use. Anyway, enough ranting. See you later. Bye.